All right, y'all. This is gonna be my first time hot tent camping. Let's see how it goes. I just pulled up to a state forest nearby, and I'm basically just gonna drag this sled through these trails until I find a nice open spot to set up. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything goes to plan. Let's get moving. This thing's pretty heavy. I definitely made sure to bring as much gear as I needed and more. First time going out camping in the winter, I'm gonna be comfortable. The plan is just to look for a decently flat and clear spot where I can set up. My original thought was to go out on one of these ponds because it's already, go out on one of these ponds because it's already flat and cleared out. A couple days ago, I came and checked out the spot. I saw that most of the ponds in this area are spring fed, which means that in the wintertime, they don't really freeze around the edges. There's a lot of spots around the pond that'll freeze, and the middle will be completely frozen. You'll be just fine, but it's getting to and from your site that could be a problem. So I'm just gonna try to find somewhere on land. Woo. Now I gotta drag this thing up this hill. So this is gonna suck. Light work. I'm up on a ridge now, which means it's flat. There's another little pond over there. You can kind of see where it dips down right here. That means from where the hill was right there, this whole area is gonna be flat. I'm gonna go walk it a little bit and just check. I'm probably gonna keep going to the one across from that pond over there, but if there's a spot here that's looking really nice, I'm gonna wanna take it. So let's go check it out. Yeah, I'm not loving the look of this, so we're gonna keep moving. Not gonna lie, I think these downhills are harder than the uphills. Ah. Man, I'm sweating. That's gonna be cold when I stop sweating. Oh, I figured out that pushing the sled down the hill is a lot easier than trying to control it. I made it to a spot where it looks promising, where we could find somewhere. On this side of the trail, it looks pretty flat up there, especially if I walk in there a little bit. So I'm gonna go try and see if I can find an open flat spot somewhere up there to set up. Look at this. All these trees are like warped in the same direction. It's pretty cool. I'm checking out this spot down by this little pond, and beavers just absolutely tore through this whole area. Makes it kind of hard to find a clear enough spot. Yeah, see, look at this. Chomped halfway through this tree. This one was fully chomped off. This one they got all the way. That one they got all the way. I've decided I'm gonna set up in this spot. So right over in here looks kind of like the most open spot that I've found yet. The trail we came from is right there. The lake that's open's right there. And where I just was looking was over along here. We're gonna go grab the sled. I think it's like right there. Pull it up over here and then start getting to work. In this type of woods, it's pretty difficult to find an open enough spot. So I think we kind of have to settle on what we got and make it work. The good thing about the snow is you leave footprints. So when I go off trail like this, all I gotta do is follow my footprints back in order to find my stuff. All right, I'm just gonna start stomping the ground, trying to figure out how to level out my platform. I think I want to drag the sled back and forth through this area to try to flatten it out more. The snow is really powdery right now, which makes it harder to pack it down. I think I'm just gonna start getting set up and hope for the best. Oh my gosh. It's working. I'm gonna have to be really careful when I'm walking around not to run into this stuff. I think we've got everything on the outside set up except for there's 2 more stakes that need to go on the edges. And then we're ready to start setting up on the inside, so let's get after it. My pants are gonna be soaking wet. Probably should have added snow pants to the list. It's also it's been snowing all day. It wasn't supposed to snow at all, but it's what you get. 1 ice stake to spare, and she is solid. Next up, we got our platform. It doesn't come with a bottom, so you throw this in there on top of the snow. There we go. These little flaps are for putting like plates and stuff for if you're cooking. There's a hole in the middle here for a pot for boiling water. And it's got a bunch of these little pieces for the chimney. Send it up. Boom. There we go. All right, now that we got it set up, I think it's time to test it out. So I'm gonna grab my axe and my hatchet and go look for some firewood, see if we can get this thing started. All right, I found this dead pine tree. This stuff is gonna work really well for getting it started. Yep, I like it. Honestly, I think we have everything we need to get this thing going already, so let's go get it started. I feel like I'm in Game of Thrones north of the wall right now. It's pretty cool. I brought something to help me get the fire started. This is just some wood shavings from drilling through 2x4s and 2x6s at work, so we're gonna use that to get the fire started. So I'm gonna start getting the rest of this stuff situated. Throwing my gloves on the edges here to get those drying out. Oh man, I don't know if you can see it, but there's steam coming off of my pants. I've got these little foam pads. I'm just gonna put a few of them together. These things really help insulate with cold. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Get up and off the ground. Oh. Woo. Well, I'm gonna go get the fire going again, and then after that, we're gonna have some lunch. I got a nice ham and turkey sandwich for lunch. Keep forgetting to keep my feet off the ground. The sandwich is delicious. You can see my little chimney is starting to get dark. It's probably extremely hot to the touch. All right, that was a good sandwich, but I'm tired now. All right, we're gonna get the rest of the stuff in here set up. This is gonna be huge tonight. I forgot this last time I went camping and it was really, really cold. So this is gonna be a game changer. Wow. Throw a couple of these guys along the side. All right, I just threw the boots back on. Let's go get some stuff ready. I got a chair in here I can set up so I got something to rest my back on when I'm sitting. And I got something to keep me occupied tonight. Man, now that I'm not moving as much and I've been inside the tent, you realize how cold it actually is. It's I think it's like 18 degrees right now, so it's not like below zero or anything, but it's cold and there's a little breeze. So I think what I'm gonna do is empty everything out of the sled, and then I'm just gonna fill the sled up with firewood. First, I'm gonna put on my jacket though, because it's cold. Actually, before we fill this up with snow, there's something I really wanted to do. I really hope I don't crash. I thought that would have been a lot faster. All right, this is more like it. We have there's a bird right there. We have a slight turn on this one. I don't know, let's just go. Bogging down. You could totally see the track where I went off. One more time, and then I gotta make the hike back and go get a fire started before it gets dark. Man, 23 years old, still just like never gets old. This is the type of area I was originally planning to go out on. But man, it's pretty when it's open like this and you can see all the snow coming down. I love summertime. Summertime's my favorite, but nothing wrong with a little bit of snow either. I'm gonna hike back and start chopping up some wood for tonight. All right, I'm just gonna keep chopping from this tree. All right, that's probably good for now. I think I'm gonna have a pile right here for the wood I want to use on the outside fire, which I'll probably end up doing about right here. And then all the other wood, I'm gonna cut to size so that it can fit in the stove. Gotta bust out the saw at least once. Oh, backrest right now is so nice. It's probably getting close to 4 o'clock right now if it's not already, which means it'll be dark out within the hour. There's just one other thing I want to check out before we get the fire started, so I want to go down to that other pond over there and just kind of check it out. Very peaceful, very quiet. Let's go walk back and get this fire started because it's starting to get dark out. So, well, luckily it would seem like the wind has died down a little bit, so I am going to start the fire. So since whatever wind we do have is coming sort of this way, we want to make sure that our fire is this way. That makes sure that embers aren't flying back this way into the tent. I can't say that I've ever made a fire in a foot of snow before, but I think we can make it work. I'm gonna start by clearing out kind of a hole where I want the fire to be. The last thing that I'm gonna do is find a piece of bark that I can put down here to keep the shavings dry. This is sort of what we're looking for. This lighter is shot. Luckily I have a backup. All right, well, I gotta run out of here quick and go grab a lighter. Both my lighters are toast. So now I know that next time I do this, I gotta bring some flint and steel because lighters are not reliable. And then we can get the fire started. All right, we got ourselves a working lighter. That's good. Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm gonna let this fire go for a little longer and then we're gonna start getting the steak ready. This is a nice looking steak, I must say. First step is a little bit of oil. Then we got just salt and pepper. All right, let's go. It's time. Actually, it's not time. Gotta let the grate heat up a little bit. All right, I have no patience. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. All right, let's take it off. Woo. Let's see. Ooh, little pink yet. No, it's definitely gonna be done. Woo! Man, I was so hungry. I was starting to get a little hangry, I'm not gonna lie. All right, that was good, but I think it's time to clean up. I'm gonna get the tent organized a little bit and then transfer over the coals from this fire to the stove. So let's get to it. Gotta be careful not to let this spill. Okay, careful. Okay, there we go. Start tossing some of this bigger stuff in. Man, look at my pants. Chilly. I think it's time to close these guys up. There we go. Oh man, my feet are cold. All right, we're inside. It's warm. I'm ready to take off my jacket. It's very warm up here. But I'm gonna do some organization stuff and get things where they need to be. Definitely need this on. My back hurts. All right, I got the stove going. It's nice and warm in here, except for I'm wet. That needs to change soon. I'm gonna just relax a little bit and then go to bed. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go put away the food stuff, brush my teeth, and do whatever else I gotta do before bedtime so that I can get out of these wet pants and wet socks, because it's not fun. I'm probably gonna go to bed now, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's currently 14 degrees outside right now, so I'm gonna get this fire going. Yeah, I definitely know now that you gotta bring flint and steel out here, because I think when it gets really cold, these lighters don't work very well. I'm really trying to dry off my pants before I gotta put them back on. All right, I'm gonna start getting stuff ready to make some pancakes for breakfast. Oh, that's good. I got this water bottle thawing out on the side. Froze overnight. So this is what happened to my oil. That's not good. It actually works pretty well. Yum. Got a little bit of syrup here. And I got some peanut butter. Yes! Woo! All right, it's time to eat. Oofda. Little bit frozen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the peanut butter. Oh. Whew! Always tastes better when you're out here. It's so hot in here right now. Nice. Number 2, cheers. I don't know why I haven't been sitting in that chair the whole time. It's actually got a backrest. Oh. Oh, ceiling's a little wet. All right, I'm gonna throw all the dishes out of here and just start getting organized and cleaned up. We're done with the firewood, so I'm just gonna toss it over here. All right, we got everything out now except for the stove. I'm gonna start getting that packed up. Now, all these little pieces are just kind of caked with ash on the inside. Now we gotta take apart the floor in here. All right, now we can start taking apart the tent. Yeah, there's no way that tent is fitting in that bag right now. So I just clipped it shut. Once I get home and I start cleaning everything up, I'll get it put away. We are all cleaned up. Let's start making this hike back. All right, we're back on the trail. Just got a little bit of a walk and then we'll be loading up the truck. I'm very tempted to just let the sled go down the sledding hill. This is the one where I went sledding and kind of veered off into the ditch a little bit. So that might not be a good idea. All right, whatever. Uh-oh. Oh! Woo! Just gotta get around this pond and then I'll be back. It's definitely a little bit colder today. Oh, we made it. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for me on that one. That was a really cool experience. That was my first time ever going out in a hot tent, and I definitely feel like I got the full experience. Definitely a lot more tough than camping in the summertime, a lot more prep work, a lot more setup. It really makes everything harder when everything is cold and everything is frozen. But it was a really cool experience, and I'm definitely gonna be doing it again. At least one or two more times this winter, probably. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I definitely did. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.